Hey everyone, welcome back to another week with Mrs. G at home having art. I miss you guys so much, but hopefully you guys are able to have a computer and you can follow along with these drawings. If you can't get to them each week, that's okay, but they're there to do if you have the time. So this week, we are going to talk about an artist called James RIZZI. So hopefully you had a chance to take a look at the PowerPoint and saw some of his pictures. I'm going to actually show you some right now. I have a couple, they're kind of small. All right, so James RIZZI was a pop artist, which means his art was based on what was popular at the time. So you can see his look very much like comics. So maybe he really liked comic books. Okay. James RIZZI was, well, he went to school in Florida. So you can see by some of his pictures that he does a lot with the ocean. And this is I think it's a ferry boat or a cruise liner. Anyway, we're going to do this. Very bright colors with black thick lines. Okay. And so we're going to do our very own version of a James RIZZI piece of art. All right, I'm going to show you step by step how to draw the ferry boat. Okay, and then you are going to add your details. You're going to add some things in the ocean. They could be some fish, they could be some sharks, whatever you want. If you can see, we are going to use a black marker to draw. I'm going to be drawing in black Sharpie, but I don't expect you to have a Sharpie. So if you have a black marker, that would be great. If not, black crayon will work. All right, and we're going to color it in with some markers and also some crayons or oil pastels if you have. So that kind of it. James RIZZI art was very bright, very animated. We're doing the boat, but you can see that the sun and the fish, they all have a little bit of personality, right? They're smiling, they're happy, very fun pictures that James RIZZI does. All right, so let's start. I'm going to put this over here. You're going to start with a white piece of paper. Any size will do. I just have a piece of construction paper, but you might just have a printer paper, and that's okay. So we're going to start by drawing the ocean. All right, so give me a second. All right, so I don't want to put my water right in the middle because that's kind of boring and it won't leave us a lot of space for our boat. So we want to put the water line right about here down the bottom. All right, so I don't know if I have about 3 fingers width. It might be 4 fingers for you because my hands are a little bigger. So what we're going to do right around here, we're just going to come and give some wavy lines. This is a really cartoony style, so I thought it would be fun for us to do. All right, that's it. There's our ocean. Now we're going to start with the ferry boat, okay? So we're going to start right about here, and we're going to come up like that, and then we'll draw the back of the boat, just a curved line like that. And then let's connect them. Okay. Now we're going to give a line right below that one. Just like that. Now remember, anytime during this video, if I feel like I'm going too fast, you can stop it, catch up, and then play again. Okay? Just like I'm drawing on the whiteboard at school and you raise your hand and you say, Mrs. G, stop. I'm not there yet. You can do it on the computer. All right, so let's do the first deck. So we're going to come up here and we're just going to put a line with a little curve at the end. Come back here, a line with a little curve. Then we're just going to connect them. It doesn't have to be straight lines. All right, and we want one more deck up here. So we're going to come up and curve. We're going to come over here, curve this up, And this time I'm connecting from the back, just like that. Very cool. Now we're going to put the 3 stacks on top of the boat where the steam comes out. So let's do 2 lines, and they don't have to be straight up. They can be going backwards a little bit, and then you're going to connect it. I'm connecting it with a curvy line. Do 2 more. And let's connect that. And 2 more. And connect that. All right, now I'm going to put a stripe at the top of each one of these stacks. All right, looking pretty good, huh? So let's add some windows. So I'm going to do circles in that top deck. You can choose squares. Do I have room for one more? Sure. All right, I'm gonna skip a deck, and right here I might put some rectangles. So try different shapes. You don't have to, it doesn't have to look like mine. All right. So James RIZZI also did these really fun buildings, and I think last year we did them when I was out for a while, and they had faces on the buildings, and they were all kind of crazy colors, and they would move. So this is the same artist that we did those pictures last year. All right, let's add a couple more circles down here. You can tell his artwork is always really fun. All right, that's all I'm gonna do. All right, so down in the ocean, let's add some fish. So in some of his pictures, he has fish kissing each other. You certainly don't have to do that if you don't want to, but it's kind of cute. Here we have a bunch of fish. It looks like a family. Could have a family there cruising along. Whatever you want to do. So fish are really, keep them really simple, okay? I'm going to start over here. And maybe my first fish is going to be a simple one, curved line. All right, I'm going to put a smile and then another curved line. Maybe I'll give it a big eyeball. Let's give the back tail. Let's give a top fin, a bottom fin, and of course the side fin. And you can add an eyeball. All right, you can have your fish going all the same way. You can have them going different ways, different sizes. I'm gonna try a different type of fish on this one. I'm gonna do more of a big curve. I'm gonna bring out and make some funny lips. I'm gonna do a big curve underneath. And then this one's having a really big tail fin. Hopefully you guys can see this. All right, let me give a nice big eye. And he's looking at the fish in front of him. Let's see, let's give him a top fin, a bottom fin, and a side fin. So again, you can make as many fish as you want. You can make them all the same. You can make them different. Maybe this one will have his mouth open. How about that? All right, and maybe he's got this long, skinny back tail. And maybe he's got some teeth. And I'm gonna give him a great big eye. Okay, and maybe he's got this top here. Like that. They're all gonna be looking ahead. And maybe one last little one, okay? But you guys, again, do what you want to do. Okay, and that's about it. We're gonna add, let's add a sun. I know I don't ever have you guys do the cartoon sun, but that is how James RIZZI put his suns in his pictures. You could also put a moon. All right, up to you. My son is going to be looking down at the crazy scene below him. So just add some rays. Maybe you can add maybe some wiggly. All right, you can, let's add some steam. So all they are is kind of loops coming out, getting smaller. Maybe they're blowing back in the wind, okay? Well, let's add, you can add some clouds if you want. You could add some birds in the sky, completely up to you, all right? I'm gonna add a little. The clouds that are small are farther away. Clouds that are big are closer to us. All right, and that's our drawing. How about that? Now, I think I'm gonna have you guys, I'll show you what I did. Okay, I used marker. I used a red and blue marker. I used marker to color in the boat, the fish, and the sun. All right, now I left these parts white because in a ferry boat they normally are, and that's kind of how James RIZZI, his almost looks like a cruise ship too. If any of you have ever been on a cruise ship, you could make your boat a cruise ship instead of a ferry boat. All right, and then what I did was I colored in with crayon my ocean and my sky. Don't forget the sky. Don't leave it white, okay? So you want to color all that in and meet me back here when you're done. Okay, and that's all there is to making our James RIZZI inspired drawing. All right, now remember, you can use any kind of marker colors in here that you want to. All right, I would do the fish and markers. All right, you color in the entire sky. Don't just put a strip of sky up here. The sky goes all the way down to the ocean. In the ocean, I actually blended two kinds of colored crayons together. I think I did a dark blue and a purple. You can maybe use a turquoise, whatever color you want. All right, now, if you want, you can have your parents take a picture of this and send it to me at my email address. I love seeing your pictures. Thank you so much for everybody who sent them to me. You can also take a picture of yourself drawing, or have your mom and dad take a picture of you creating art at home, and anything else that you're creating at home. I would love to see it. So listen, have a great week, you guys. Have a happy Easter. I miss you terribly, but I hope you're doing well, and I will see you soon. Bye.